Just a second. The classes are provided by CECA, guys. As you can see, these are free of the cost classes, and there are different services like the TR lodgement, which is free these days, and same implemented to any migration counseling with the migration agent itself. It is also free. Education counseling with different agents at our office, that's also completely free. You don't have to pay anything. And same implements to the classes for IELTS, PTE, and NATI. So NATI we have Hindi, Nati Punjabi, Nati Urdu, and Nati Nepalese. So these are the classes we are running at the moment. And if you want to assess these classes, you can just simply log in by using the Zoom link provided on the Facebook page of SICA. And if you can't find it out, any link for any class, so then you can call on this given number or text on this given number for the links, right? So today class is going to be about the extended part of the reading. So we finish off with the fill-ups yesterday. So today we left with the MCQs and one or two fill-ups we will be doing for reading only, reading, filling in the blanks, because that's what we did only one. So let's go straight to the practice for the fill-up, and when we are done with that, then we'll be coming back and talking about MCQ and doing the MCQs. And I know we will be finishing it off within 1 hour, and after that we'll be moving to the next module, right? So the fill-ups, I just show you few more for the practice because we discussed it yesterday. So I'm just straightforward showing a few questions of those for practice, right? So just bear with me, finding it out. Showing you in a second. Let me just fix them on the screen first. So bear with me just 2 minutes and I'll be sharing the screen with the question. Good morning, Ashmita. How are you?
I'm fine, ma'am. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. So, yeah, in a few minutes, I'll be sharing the screen with reading, filling in the blanks, the one we were doing yesterday. And we were able to do only one question of that. So here it is. It got 4 blanks, Y and state. State. Good. Okay, so here it is. Let me stop it and share again. So here it is. These are the option. This is the paragraph or passage with the blanks, 4 blanks, and you can see the options down there, and just look at it, find the options. So you do this question, I'll just fix few more for you. Okay, after this, one more question, and then we will be moving to MCQs. Waiting for your answer. So these are 3 Um, Taran, second is wrong. Hurry up, send your answers. Samir, fourth is right. Ashmita, third and fourth is right. Jashan, fourth is wrong. Look again, understand it. It is not here. Oh, this doesn't implement here. Sorry, this cannot be here. Taran, how you are just giving me answer? I just paste the blank where it doesn't implement, but still you got given me the right answer.
Mcqs, I did this reading the filling the blanks before. That's why.
Okay. Okay, here it is. It is not here, it is here in the. Okay, guys, be quick with your answer. You're taking a lot of time. The first year it says a big rise in state schools rated among the best institution in the country is revealed in the latest edition of the Good Schools Guide. Middle class parents facing financial pressures in the dash, and there are the options given up there down there, and it is saying pressures in the, and the right answer here is downturn. So it is sort of a decline, a reduction, a decrement in economic, business, or any other activity. So financial pressure in the downturn are increasingly looking beyond the private sector to educate their children. The 23-year-old Good Schools Guide a dash reference book. So the first is downturn. So now the options are less. See what could be option here. The 23-year-old Good School Guide, what it is. Basically, it's a old, which is 23-year-old. It's a guide dash reference book. So out of these option, Priya. Okay, let me enter them. All right, so it says the second option is the popular. Third is, you can see only two options have the first alphabet capital. So when the sentence is after the full stop, when the blank is after the full stop and it is the first word, so always look for the option with the capital words, right? This is a clue, very easy. So capital words, there are two words in capital. So the first one, the one here, which is the right one, is explaining, right? So explaining goes in there, and then come the fourth one, which is sector, right? So you took long for this question. So here goes the next question. And yeah, here it is. Just let me decrease the size of it. So it got method, implied, application, incapable. And it starts from, if you see a movie, that's where it's starting from. Let me check the option and the things here. You just look into it. These are the option at the end. That what you can see here: method, implied, application, incapable, strategies mimicked, and mockery. So these are the option. There are 1, 2, 3, 4 blanks up there. Okay, now this is on one page, easy to see. This method is with smaller m only. It's just that I just typed it, so it just auto correction is there for the first alphabet to be capitalized. So it is just one m with the small letter. It has one more option in that. One answer. Yes, this is right. This is correct.
Ma'am, strategies and mimicked are two different words or one word?
One word. Strategies and mimicked? No. These are two words. I just haven't put the comma there.
Okay.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Around 8, 7 option.
Okay.
Here only always there is one word. With the reading filling in the blanks, there are never two options such as a phrase. That's there only with the reading and writing filling in the blanks. Here we pick only one word as the option. Okay, that's right, Shiza. And honey, first and last is right. Ashmita, your answers, last two are correct. First two are wrong. Sameer, the third answer is right. Third answer is right. Second, honey, the second answer you have given that is wrong. Mm, and third as well. Ashmina, this is for first and second.
Yes, ma'am.
These are incorrect. Okay, let's talk about the answers here. So it says if you see a movie or a TV advertisement that involves a fluid behaving in a unusual way, it was probably made using technology based on the work of a Monash researcher, Professor Joseph Monaghan, who pioneered an influential method for interpreting the behavior of liquids that underlie most special effect involving water has been honored with election to the Australian Academy of Sciences. The algorithm available at the time were incapable of describing the complicated system that evolve out of chaotic clouds of gas in the galaxy. Then fluid or gas in the simulation with large number of particles with properties that mimicked those of the fluid SPH has become. So method honored, incapable and mimicked. These are the answer here. So these two blanks, I find these are difficult for you guys because you are not able to do it. So just remember the answer in case you're getting it uh, sometime again, but you are knowing the answer. So here goes influential method, right? Water has been involving water, and they're talking about with sort of some election they are talking here. So has been honored with election to the Australian Academy of Sciences, right? Method honored, and here the algorithm available at the time were incapable, that they were not capable enough to describe the complicated system, incapable, right? And with properties that mimicked that mean copied the behavior or whatever you can say, mimicked those of the fluid. So property that mimicked, method honored, incapable, mimicked. So remember these answers, right? Okay, so now let me move to the MCQs because these are the two questions we did today, and the remaining ones like the one we also did yesterday as well. So we will be now just doing the MCQs. So looking at the MCQs, so you remember that when it is multiple choice, multiple answer MCQ, we are having a text of up to 300 words, right? And the word marking comes to the reading only. There is nothing, no other skill that is tested here. It's just the reading only, right? and there is a negative marking in here, right? When it is MCQ multiple answer, so we do have negative marking. Number of question will be 2 to 3. So suppose 2 questions are there and each question is carrying 2 marks with it. So total score is 4. 3 questions are there and there are, like, suppose the total score is 7 for the question, right? So it is wise that whatever you're sure about, marking that option so that you can secure that positive mark rather than marking anything which you're not sure of, right? Because what happened, you will be losing the right marks as well just because you are marking unknowingly or the dicey or the complicated or the answers you are confused about. So be sure whatever you're marking out there, you are pretty sure about it, right? And then there is no time limit. You have to see how much time you're spending out there. So for MCQs, I generally say 2.5 minutes or 3 max minute you are spending on one question. So that should be your timing, right? So MCQ, the first thing you have to definitely read the question and then read the prompts, right? That means read what the option have in them. So take out the keywords from the option. Now go to the reading passage or the reading paragraph they have given you. Start looking around it and see if you're getting any keynote from the option there. If you're getting any keynote by skimming the text, then stop there and read properly there what they are talking in that sense. So if that is matching to the option given, you mark that option. If that is contradictory, you are not matching that option, and obviously you're not considering that answer. Or maybe they just said that word, but altogether they're talking something else. The option, maybe they're using the same word in the option, but whatever they have described or mentioned in the option, it is completely not there, where they have just talked about that word or they just added that word in a sentence, right? So this is sort of where we have to again eliminate the option. So we keeping the option if whatever is written in there is same as we can look into the text. So that's how we are just marking the right answers, right? So the more important with the MCQ multiple answer are the options itself, the choices given, because they will give you the keynotes, right? And when we come to the single answer, right? So the single answer, this is like how you are taking out the option with the MCQs, right? And then when you get these words from the choices itself, come to the passage, skim down, right? Skim down and look these option and wherever it is, scan it up, right? But when it is a single answer, so our main target is to look around the question itself, right? Because what is there we are looking for, it's lie within the question only. So when I know what I'm looking for, so definitely I'll be marking the right answer. The probability will increase, right? So we got again 300 word text here as well. So one option is only correct. Single answer. This is the instruction beneath that. So that's how you can differentiate between the multiple and the single answer, because it will be saying selecting one response, only one, and there they will be saying there will be more than one response is correct. So this is the question type. So you have to take out the keynotes from the question itself, because it's telling you what you are looking for. If I'm looking for the present indicator of climate change in Australia, so I'm just going through and looking where they're talking about that indicators of climate change, right? And then I'm looking where they're talking for present indicator. So whatever the present indicator they're mentioning in the sentence, that going to be my option, and it is the one I'm selecting as my answer. So this is a bit easy, but yes, we have to understand the question carefully. Only then we can decide on the right option, right? So the both categories now we will be doing together. So just a minute. Sharing the screen with MCQ. First multiple answer, that what we'll be doing. After that, we'll be moving to MCQ single answer. Okay. So here more than one response is correct. So resume back, stopping it, sharing again. So here you got 5 options. More than one is correct. Read the question and find the answer. And just mark what you're sure about, because the wrong option will be giving you -1. Never use your own personal knowledge here. Whatever you can read in the text given, according to that you are selecting your option. Because sometimes, as per our knowledge, the thing is different, but as per the information given in the text, the information is different. So never go after the personal knowledge you possess for the topic you are looking at. Always look what is there in the text, because according to text your option are going to be right or wrong. Ashmita, your answer is right. You got the marks. No one has done the answer except Ashmita. Okay, Jashan, the first option is right. The second one you're giving, that is wrong. Sameer, your first answer is right, second is wrong. And Honey, first is right, second is wrong. Jashan, yes, this is right for the second answer. Okay, so the remaining students, kindly send your answer. Taran, yes, this is right. The one option you gave, and that is right. And Shiza, yeah, this is right. Okay, it says, I'm waiting for the answer of other as well. There are a few pending. Okay, the first answer, Pramila, is right. And the second you gave is wrong. So which of the following statement about opera can be supported from this text? So the first option here is the A, which is equality of opportunity is a cornerstone of the standard of education. And then the second option is the state is obligated to cater to the basic needs of its citizens. So the right options here are A and B. So majority get B as the option. Like most of you get the B easily. Right, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 students who got the option B. And A, yeah, again there are few of you, and besides that A and B, you are marking the option E, right? So E is not right. It's only A and B which is right. E says every citizen has an inherent right to climb to the top of the education ladder. So can you please tell me the place where you're getting this option so that we can see why this is not a right option here, because many of you giving the E as the option. So point it out where you are reading it. Anyone? Be quick,
Ma'am,
man.
fifth line.
Fifth line. One, two,
Yes.
3, 4, 5. Okay, so and because I have to start from and secondly, right? And in a way, even more important, it's standard of equal opportunity of all. For all, to ensure that no boy or girl is deprived of the chance of climbing to the top of the educational ladder through poverty or the accidents of birth. Every citizen has an inherent right to climb. Okay, it says inherent right. Inherent right And here it is not talking about something by birth we have that opportunity to climb the ladder. Inherent means by birth we are having a right. And in the sentence mentioned here, deprived of the chance of, yeah, so it is not saying something like inherent right to do this or do that, right? It is talking about birth, but that's only about the accidents of birth or the accidents of birth. That what are they are saying? They are different. It is like said in a different context, but not something which is mentioned here as the something inherent. Inherent is like when we are getting some skill quality right by birth, right? There is no other way of getting it by just by birth. We are just like, suppose you belong to your country, so inherently by birth you are citizen of that country, so this is your right to be a citizen. So this is how it is, right? So A and B stands here as the right option. The tricks here is, guys, is very simple. When you are looking at the option, right? So maybe this option is saying, as like, just take example of this one. You have read it and you are going up there. So obviously when you are getting the same word some place in the reading, that's we are finding by the skimming. So suppose we are getting it here. So when we read it, we have to see, we have to scan it down. Scan it down, that means understanding it properly. Like if this option or if the sentence mentioned here is same in the meaning as per the sentence given in the choices, right? So that's how you are selecting it. You have to understand this, right? But finding the location is very easy because you just got the few keynotes. Wherever you're getting those keynote in the text here, you can just read out there, right? And that's how you are finding it more. And mostly like the 5 option, normally 2 options are right. This is the journal case scenario. I'm not saying this is hard and fast rule something, no, but this is what generally seen here, that always it's like 2 options are right out of. And also you can opt one strategy of eliminating the wrong one. So you pick any option, try to see if it's same or different. If it's different, eliminate that. So elimination technique also help you to narrow down your search or narrow down the options to the right one only, right? And if you got 2 options here and one you sure, one you not, so just leave it the option to the one you sure about, and don't write the option which you feeling is not right, because that will make you lose that positive mark as well. So here, as you can see, there are 4 options only. Which of the following statement about health can be supported by the text? So this is something, I guess, related to the noise and yeah, noise, something like that. So we have to see which of the following statement about health can be supported by the text. So you look into the answer, and this one I'll tell you how we are getting the answers here as well. So first look inside. And you know that if it's MCQ, of course, more than one is correct. So for probabilities, 2 options are right. Ashmita, yes, this is right. This is the one where you can work on the eliminating strategy. Taran, your first option is wrong, second is right. So Samir, your both options are correct. Oh, incorrect. Jashan, yes, 1 mark. Priya, the first one is right and second is wrong. Shiza, yes, 2 marks. And Honey, yes, 2 mark. Okay, so let's talk about the options here. You see, it says which of the following statements about health can be supported by the text? Uh, okay, just in 1 mark, right? So supported by the text, it says even after long exposure, the sound is unlikely to cause hearing loss. And this option, they are saying here, however, repeated exposure to loud noise can lead to permanent hearing loss. So this is completely opposite statement they are giving. So this is not one the text is supporting, right? So this is wrong. The cornea is responsible for the transfer of sound waves into nerve impulses. Here this they're talking about this term, right? What they're saying, the inner ear contains a snail-like creature called cornea, which is filled with fluid and lined with cells with very fine hair. These microscopic hair move with vibrations and convert the sound waves into nerve impulses, right? So this is like this particular element is responsible for the transfer of sound waves into nerve impulses. So this is right. B is right. Exposure to noise at work can harm workers' health. So here, when they are just talking up here, that can create physical stress, psychological stress, right? Reduce productivity, interfere with communication and concentration, contribute to workplace accidents, right? Injuries by making it difficult to hear warning signals. So what is exposure to noise, like loud noise? It can at work can harm worker health. So this is true. This is what they are just talking about in whole of this paragraph, right? So B and C is the right option here. A is a contradictory and same goes to D. D says three small bones of outer ear, which are here, uh, middle ear, there are small bones. Malleus, incus, and stapes are attached like a chain to the tympanic membrane and convert sound waves. It says it converts sound waves, but it is what it is saying, that these three things amplify and transmit the vibrations, amplify, right, and transmit the vibrations generated by the sound to the inner ear, right? They just amplify and transmit them. They don't convert sound waves, and there is no chain like tympanic membrane. They are not saying something like that in here as well. So this is also not to be taken here as your answer. So B and C. So now you can understand how they just mention the things here, how they contradict the things up here in the question. Okay, let's do this one. Observe the dilemma of the fungus. It is also MCQ, multiple answer. Small text, 2 paragraphs. So it says which of the following statements can be supported by the information in the given passage. Same like that, previous one. Fungus cleans up the planet for us. Fungus is a non-parasite plant, parasitic plant. Mold is a representation of fungus. Cannot eat some types of dead matter. Cannot source energy at its own. So this is not difficult, easy. Look and answer. Are you guys hearing to me? Or I was mute? Come on, don't tell me I was mute.
No, ma'am,
Yes, ma'am.
you are
Yeah,
mute.
you are mute.
Oh, come on, you
Yes.
need to tell me I was talking since. Oh my god. Oh my
Like
god.
we thought
Explain
you
the
are
whole
busy
answer.
on your stuff.
Yeah.
No. I just explained the whole answer and I was not. Okay, so let me just say it again. B and E is the right option here. A is like it is saying the whole planet, which is not true. It is eating the animals or the plants, but it is not cleaning up the whole planet for us. So A, no. It's a non-parasitic plant. Yes, this is the right option. Why? Because the parasitic plant are those which take their energy from the sun and in return they don't give anything to the source they are getting energy from, right? And non-parasitic is the plant like the fungus which are having their energy from someone and in return they are giving something. So in return they are just eating that material up, dead plant, dead animal, dead wood, right? So something they are having in exchange. So it's a non-parasitic plant. B. It's a not representation of fungus, mold only. Why? Because you see they have given 3 4 examples here. So only not the mold which is a representation of fungus. There are different type of things they are mentioning that you can see them and you can understand, okay, the fungus is eating, right? So that's why C cannot stand here as the right option. Fungus cannot eat some types of dead matter. So you see dead plant. This is what they are saying here, that sorry here, that there are some certain plants which fungi cannot eat, right? But it's saying some types of dead matter. So what type of dead matter they are talking about here? This is not mentioned somewhere in here. But yes, if they are talking about some types of dead plants fungus cannot eat, then this can be considered as the right option. But this time it is not. Fungus cannot source it at its own energy, which is there in the first paragraph. So you see here, every other plant is sourcing their energy from sun, right? And they are just having their things done. But the fungus, what it does, it finds in those plants which, having received the energy free from the sun, relinquish it at some point in their cycle either to animal or to the fungi. So basically, it cannot source energy at its own. So the B and the E are the right options here. And previously I explained everything up. Okay, let's move to the single answer now. Let me stop it here and just kindly let me just message me or something like that in case I forgot that I haven't turned the mic up. All right, just move to the next set. Quickly, multiple answer, we just done with them. More than one response is correct. Okay, all good. Here it is. Now you're selecting the single answer. And I believe this is more easy as compared to the multiple answer because we're concentrating on one point and we're looking for that specific piece of information. So here is the first question. Let me share it. Okay, so you see here it is. What main points is the author trying to make? This is the question here. And yeah, these are the 4 options. So main point author trying to make, that what you have to look here and only one answer is correct. Okay, so just be quick with this is single answer. Don't take much time here. Easy comparative to multiple answer. Taran, this is right, 1 mark. And Ashmita and Jashan, this is wrong. Priya, 1 mark, right? Sameer, 1 mark. Honey, 0. Jashan, 1. Okay, so I guess answers are here. So the main point author trying to make is a good teacher remember his own youth. So it is nothing here which is mentioned like that. The love of the teacher for his people bring out love from the people in return. So basically you can think of this option, but as you can see, this is not more about bringing love from the people. It's more about like having a respect and maintaining the rules and making the work easier as well, right? So C option, if the teacher loved the student, the question of punishment will never arise. So this is also not one thing which is the point author trying to make here. Punishment thing is not mentioned. And the wise teacher will gain his ends through love. So this is the main point of the author which he trying to convey, that a wise teacher is one who will gain his ends with through love. So what are the ends they are talking about here? To maintaining the class rule, to make them learn in a better way, to make his work, her work easier as well. So all the thing a wise teacher can gain through love. That's what the main point, or the author main thing he is trying to make here. So D stands here as the right option. You get it, you get 1 mark. You're not getting it, you're getting 0 mark. Okay, so this is transition from forest. Okay. So this is the transition from forest to treeless tundra on a mountain slope is often a dramatic one. 4 option question here. Find it out. Understand it. Which of the following can be inferred from the passage about both the upper and lower timberlines? Okay, find it, send it. Taking long. Okay, and Ashmita wrong, Priya wrong, Honey wrong, Taran wrong.
And ma'am, mine, Shiza.
Fiza wrong. Sameer wrong. Oh my God, is it? Which can be inferred from the passage about both an upper and lower timberlines. Okay, there is one more. Let's see what is that. No, Taran, this is not right either. One more. No, this is not right either. Let's see what is the right answer here. Uh, Shiza. Shiza, you have sent the answer already one. All right, this is the second one. Yes, this is actually right. Okay. It says, okay, the right answer here is B. Both mark forest boundaries. So let's see the answer here. The transition from forest to treeless tundra on a mountain slope is often a dramatic one. Within a vertical distance and disappear life formed by low shrub grasses, the rapid zone of transition is called the upper timberline or tree line. In many semi-arid areas, there is also a lower timberline where the forest passes into steppe or desert at its lower edge, usually because of lack of moisture. The upper timberline, like the snow line, is the highest in the tropics and lowest in the region. It ranges from this to that. Timberline trees are normally evergreen, suggesting these have some advantage over deciduous trees and in extreme environment of the upper timberline. There are some areas, however, where broadleaf line and upper timberline of trees begin to become twisted and deformed, and particularly true for tree in the middle and upper latitude, which tend to attain greater heights on ridge, whereas in tropic trees reach their greater heights in the valley. This is because of middle and upper latitude timberlines are strongly influenced by the duration and depth of the snow cover. As the snow is deeper and lasts longer in the valleys, trees tend to attain greater heights of the ridges. Even though they are more exposed to high velocity wind and power, winds and poor thin soils there. In the tropic, the valley appear to be more favorable because they are less prone to dry out, they have less frost, and they have deeper soils. So both are treeless zones. This is wrong. A. Both are surrounded by desert areas. So you see there is a description about the, if you see the desert area thing in C out there, so it is not true for both of them, right? So both suffer from a lack of moisture. So the lower one suffering from the lack of moisture, but this is not true, they are saying for the upper timberline, right? So we have this both mark forest boundaries, which is actually there in the first sentences here. You can see is upper timber line, tree line, upper timberline or tree line. In semi-arid areas, there is also a lower timberline where the forest passes into steep or desert at its lower edge, usually because of lack of moisture. So you see there are many differences they have mentioned. Treeless zone, which is also not true. Desert area is also true, only true for the lower one, and the lack of moisture is also true for the lower one, right? So this make our search easy here. We have only one option which stands true for both of them, because if the other three we can have the contradictory statements, we can eliminate them by looking at the sentences mentioned. So it brings us back to the option here. And I don't know the C and D, if you are marking those options which are completely very clear here. So these are the one you cannot mark. They both suffer from lack of moisture and surrounded by a desert tree, which is they are just mentioning very clearly like where they have the steep or desert and where there is a lack of moisture, which is not true for both of them. It is only true for the lower timberline, right? And treeless zones, you can also see here they are talking about the different sort of trees where, so they both are having trees, so they are not tree-less zones, they are with tree but different type of different heights of, right? So we both mark the forest boundaries. That is the only answer which stands true here. Sorry. Okay, now the last question. It is a bit lengthy text. Let me just fix it on one page. Here we got four options again. Okay. Which of the following best describes the organization of this passage? So you have to see the best description of the organization of this passage. That's what you have to focus on. First, read these statements. See what is the difference in all the statement. The author presents two theories for a historical phenomena, right? The author argues. So here he is presenting two theories of historical phenomena. Here he is arguing against the theories expressed earlier in this passage. So the second option say that it is arguing against the theories expressed earlier. The C option say the argue is for replacing older theory with the new one. So these both options, they're very similar, but yeah, they're talking different things, but yeah, they both about the argument. Then the author points out problems with two popular theories. So pointing out the problems or the shortcomings or the loopholes with two popular theories. So we got four options which are different, right? First, understand the option because they'll help you to understand what you are looking here, reading for, right? Now we got the idea. Now start reading the passage. And wherever you will just looking for historical phenomena, then see if it is about it, and you have to read from top to bottom to understand what best describes the organization of passage. So basically what the author trying to make point here, argue here or present here. Tarun, this is wrong. Samir, your answer is right. Shiza, your answer is wrong. Okay, I was reading it. Shiza, your answer is wrong. This one as well. Honey, your answer is right. 1 mark. Ashmita, your answer is right. 1 mark. And no new answer. When you finding the option, or maybe you're just marking one option, just assess whatever you're marking, if that stands true as per the description in the passage or not, right? You have to understand the word here. Like suppose with the option D, it says points out problems with two popular theories. So basically, yeah, this passage has two theories, right? So the author points out two problems. So it's not stating out the problems. So basically what's happening out there, is not description of the problem, but yeah, a process sort of changes in which each state successively having a changing system, and the previous one is transferring to the casual one. So basically this option, the D option, this is not right. First, it is not something popular they have mentioned anywhere, which makes it not a right option. And second thing, it's not about the problems. And moving onwards, C option, it says the author argues for replacing older theories with the new one. So maybe there is a changing of the theories from one to the other. New additions or modifications can be seen in them, but there is no argument. There is no argument mentioned in the passage. The author wants to describe or organizing the things in the passage as argument. No, this is not true. Then it also makes the B option stands not true, because this is again about an argument. Theories expressed earlier in the passage. So B is also not an option here. There is no argument in the description. It's just that the process in which the previous process and there is a modification or some new changes, alterations into the previous state, and then transforming it to more independent one, right? So the A stands true here, which says the author presents two theories for a historical phenomena, right? So this is the option which stands true for this answer. And the question, you see, the which of the following the best describe the organization of the passage. So how well the passage is organized. So which statement is explaining the best? It is like it is presenting the two theories for a historical phenomena, right? So you see, it is like they started off with the theater one, what it was, and then what are the additions into that, and then how people love to imitating, and then theater comes with the humor, right? So that humor also become an added feature, humor, and they have just mentioned it as comic vision, right? So you see there is something like adding upon to the older things in a new version, so some modification, but yeah, there are two things they are talking about here, two theories definitely for historical phenomena. All right, so one last question for the same category, single answer, just a sec. And I hope this one you're finding it out. And guys, remember the answers. As I generally tell you, you never know. This is going to be something which can be there in your exam. So whenever you have a question here, when you are doing a question here, try to remember that question, because you never know that going to be something in your exam as well. So let me just show you the next question. Last question, and kindly try to find this out. So what it is, it's saying according to passage, why did some societies develop and repeat ceremonial action? So we have to find reason for this thing. Develop and repeat ceremonial action. So this is going to be about the ceremonial actions. This is about some societies. So reason is like why they develop and repeat. So that what we are finding. Read once the option. To establish a positive connection between the members of the society, establishing a positive connection, to help society members better understand the forces controlling their food, to differentiate their beliefs from those of other societies, to increase the society prosperity. So every option is completely different. It's establishing, it's helping, it's distinguishing, it's increasing. So better and easy to find the option here. This question seems easy. Find it out. Good morning, Sukhdeep, but it's too late. Okay, Sukhdeep, your answer is right. Taran, your answer is wrong. Honey, your answer is right. Quick, guys, only 1 minute left. Taran, this is also wrong. Ashmita answer is right. Sameer answer is right. No. Sameer answer is wrong. Okay, guys, it's 12. Giving you 1 minute. Yeah, sure, Ashmita. All right, guys. So here the answer is D, which stands true here, to increase the society prosperity. So why did some societies develop and repeat ceremonial action? So here they're talking about it, and this is having little understanding of natural causes. So hope to influence, right? So this is the paragraph you have to read, and also when this occur, so replace the formal mystical socially efficacious concerns, right? So prosperity, the goodwill of the society to increase that, these societies develop and repeat ceremonial action. Why they do these, all the dance or the mask dance or the parties or the celebration they are doing, they perform a mythical characters, and they just copy their supernatural forces. Why are they doing that? Why they keep on developing and repeating these action? It is not to establish a positive connection between the member of the society, because this is not one thing which is mentioned here. To help society member better understand the forces controlling their food. No, they have already the understanding of the who control its food and supply and well-being. So like this is like they appear to be influence or control its it was previously believed that like a society becomes aware of forces that appear to influence or control its food supply and well-being, so during the early stages of the development, right? To distinguish their beliefs from those of other societies. So basically they all share the same side kinds of the beliefs, the way the ritual, the ceremonial things take place, that all same. So why they do that? To keep that prosperity prevailing in the society, that happiness, that conditions to keep them under control, right? Because if they feel like they are divorcing these rights, right? So this will have a, some supernatural forces will act bad on them. So to increase the society prosperity, they keep on developing and repeating the ceremonial actions. Ceremonial action, that mean the way they have dances and they dress like mythical characters, and the way they celebrate and cherish the gods, whatever they believe their gods are, or providing them the things are. So those are the ceremonial actions, right? So D stands here, the right option. All right, so that's all for today, guys. So I'm ending this session now. I'll be seeing you tomorrow, and tomorrow we will be definitely doing the next item type of the next module, right? So listening, that what we'll be continuing with tomorrow. All right, all good. So bye bye, guys. Take care. Bye bye. So I'm ending this session now.